Packers.
On play action. Now Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. And it's complete to Adams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
Yeah, showed it right there outside of the pocket and on the money. Steps away to his left, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And the Packers are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Now Jones. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right...
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. 7,
Lions nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw is Perkins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First down.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week. Plenty of...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Romeo Okwara able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On play action, it's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Kingsley Keke there on the tackle.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Packers' 34-yard line.
Now Perkins. Got a man, that's Richie James. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And this one out quickly to James. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 6 from the 10. On the option to give to Swift here. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brings up 3rd and 3.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Bryce Perkins keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll look for Adams again, and this time he's got it. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, it's Jones, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2, and this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. I've heard you say that so much of being a great inside linebacker is diagnosis. And that time he diagnosed things instantly, made a beeline for the football.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, a 22.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Throwing is Perkins. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, Swift. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Here's the option. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
2nd and 10. Back to the running game with Swift. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year. James has got it, complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
On second down, there's the option going left. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Bryce Perkins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half. If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now on first down. Caught by Cobb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
And again, it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. To throw is Rodgers. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's got his big tight end here. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, as the first half is winding down. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point try now for Crosby. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
That's the score. Packers 21, Lions 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw is Perkins. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Seibert on for the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first two quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Perkins' throw going into the hands of Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for first and 10. Now Perkins rolling to his right. He finds his man complete. That's James. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Off the play fake. Perkins. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And fights through one man. Sharp there with his feet. Gets him a little extra space. And then drop just inside the 20. Give him 7 on the play. And that'll make it a second down.
At the Packers' 19-yard line.
A handoff. Swift running to the left. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Off play action. Perkins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Golden Tate, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
That's the score. Lions 28, Packers 21. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Trey Flowers. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken it around the 40. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Five yards remain on 2nd down. Back to throw. Perkins escaping the pressure right. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Here's Swift. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Seibert on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
A check down here to Jones.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
146 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Swift.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll run with Swift.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The ball mere inches from the white line on third and goal. They will run it with Swift here. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got the connection here to Bourne. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Here's Rodgers to throw. Finding Bourne here over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Rodgers going to throw. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. They fake the give. Now Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Rodgers. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Swift. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, here's Swift. Dances by him. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
That's good for the Lions.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Lions, they do finish things out with a victory here in Week 18.